We are prone to a specific kind of blindness. When we see something every day, we stop investigating it, assuming the objects in our lives are exactly what they appear to be. To see how much we miss, we have to look at three things we usually take for granted: a famous maritime tragedy, the rice in your pantry, and your own physical anatomy. Beneath the surface of these everyday subjects lies a history that was never meant to be part of the public record. In 1985, oceanographer Maurit Balland became a global celebrity for locating the wreckage of the RMS Titanic. But the mission that found the ship didn't start with an interest in shipwrecks. Ballard was actually working for the U.S. Navy on a classified operation to find two lost nuclear submarines. They needed to locate the vessels without alerting the Soviet Union. The military used the Titanic search as a public relations front.
Ballard found the submarines ahead of schedule and used his remaining time to hunt for the legendary liner. He found the Titanic's bow by accident while fulfilling his military contract. This shows how easily a globally shared historical event can double as a functional asset for a secret government operation. These gaps between perception and reality exist even in your kitchen. Take the label on German chocolate. It has no geographic ties to Germany. It was created by an American baker named Samuel German, whose last name became the brand for the recipe. You see the same pattern in the way we distinguish between types of rice. As this diagram shows, white rice is not a separate species. It is brown rice that has had its outer bran and germ layers physically removed. The industry removes these layers to extend the shelf life. Brown rice spoils in 6 months. Stripping away its nutrition allows white rice to remain stable in a warehouse for up to 2 years. Our pantry staples are often defined by shipping logistics rather than origin or nutrition. In some cases, companies will go to extreme lengths to manufacture a legacy. In 2001, Pizza Hut spent $1 million on a single delivery. They paid the Russian space agency to transport a pizza into orbit so it could be consumed by astronauts. By funding this delivery, Pizza Hut secured the record for the first pizza in space, a historical milestone that no future competitor can ever occupy. It is an example of how commercial interests can co-opt massive scientific achievements to create a permanent marketing advantage. This same disconnect between form and function is written into your own body, such as the existence of nipples on men. During early fetal development, every human begins in a default gender-neutral state. This timeline shows that nipples form as a standard biological feature before the embryo begins to differentiate by sex. Weeks later, the Y chromosome activates to trigger male traits, but the nipples remain as pre-existing structures. The human body carries these remnants, biological artifacts of our earliest developmental stages that serve no purpose in our adult lives. We have traced these hidden layers from the bottom of the Atlantic to the shelves of our kitchens and the cells of our own bodies. This is a photograph of the shadow cast by a single atom. It represents the extreme limit of what we can now perceive. We can document the invisible building blocks of the universe, yet we often remain unaware of the logistics and accidents that shape our immediate surroundings. The world we see is a simplified version of a much more rigorous reality. Understanding that reality requires us to look past the first impression.